Hello friends, welcome back. So in this lecture I will discuss single phase synchronous hysteresis motor characteristics and applications. In previous lecture we have discussed about its structure, its operation. So going forward we will discuss the characteristics and applications of this motor in this lecture. So when we talk about the characteristics, so most important characteristics is the torque speed characteristics of hysteresis motor. So that you can see here the torque speed characteristics of hysteresis motor at synchronous speed and starting torque. So there are two curves which are shown here, curve 1 and curve 2. So these two curves have their specific role. So if we talk about that ideal case, then ideal case, the curve 1 must be there. Curve 1 must be there in case of ideal case. So ideal torque speed curve for hysteresis motor can be obtained with curve 1, but this is not practically possible. So practical hysteresis motor curve torque speed curve is curve 2. This is shown here. So when we see that there is a change in curve 1 and curve 2, so ideal curve 1 is not obtained, but we go with the ideal curve 2, and this variation or departure is because of this occurs because of the harmonics in the rotor field, and because of this presence of these harmonics, this curve deviates from curve 1 to curve 2. And there are also other irregularities which are responsible for deviation of curve from 1 from its position to curve 2. And this torque speed characteristics of this hysteresis motor is different from induction motor. So when we go with induction motor, the torque speed characteristics will be different, but in hysteresis motor we have seen this torque speed characteristics is different. So there is a difference between hysteresis motor and induction motor speed torque characteristics. Other parts we have number of similarities which we have discussed in construction and operation part. So whatever the torque developed by any induction motor at synchronous speed, we know that it is zero always, right? In induction machine, the torque developed at synchronous speed is always zero. But in the hysteresis motor, this doesn't happen. So in case of ideal hysteresis motor, this is constant at all speeds, including your starting speed to whatever the synchronous speed which we have seen in previous speed torque characteristics. So ideally this is constant, but we get curve 2 because of their curve 2 which is practically possible, and curve 1 is not practically possible. So there is a deviation in curve 2 with respect to curve 1 because of the harmonics and irregularities. So we generally get a practical curve 2. So from the characteristics we can see that locked rotor starting and pull out torques all are equal. So when we say locked rotor torque, starting torque, pull out torque, we can consider all the three, they are all equal. And this is the specific and important property of this motor which brings it, or which pulls it, the operation of the motor, into synchronism at high inertia load. So if the load value is high, inertial load is high, even though at this high inertial load, this machine pulls into synchronism, and because of this property only. So these are the speed torque characteristics and its corresponding properties. So because of these properties or its operation and its construction, there are a number of advantages of hysteresis motor. So in structure or in the construction, we have seen that there is no teeth and there is no winding on the rotor. So because of this, the mechanical vibrations are removed. So vibrations are not there. Mechanical vibrations are missing or they are absent during operation. So this is a very specific advantages of this machine. Because of it, the machine has a very quiet, very silent operation. So there is no noise and there is no vibration. Because of the absence of noise and vibration, the operation is quiet and silent. And this machine, because of its torque speed characteristics, this machine is most suitable for accelerate inertia loads. So when the accelerate inertia load are required, this machine is most preferred machine. And this machine can also be employed in in places or in applications where multi-speed operation is required. So this can be achieved by using gear trains. So there are such application advantages of this machine, and these advantages will have their specific applications. So these advantages are most important for determining the application of the machine. There are a number of advantages, but this machine has some disadvantages also. And because of these disadvantages, there are certain drawbacks of this machine. So if we talk about this machine, so its output is low if we compare this machine with any induction machine with of same dimension. So the output is low. And what if we talk about efficiency, the efficiency value is also low as compared to induction motor. So overall torque operation we talk about, that this is also low. And this machine has another drawback or another disadvantage, that it has low power factor. And one more disadvantage of this machine is that it is available in very small size only. So size is a limitation. So power rating and size is also limitation for this machine. This is the disadvantage of this machine. But number of advantages are there because of its structure, because of its construction, operation, characteristics, which we have gone through. This machine has number of applications. This machine has wider applications, and these applications include sound recording equipments application. This machine can be used in any application where sound recording equipments are there. So this machine is utilized in sound producing equipments also. So sound recording instruments as well as in sound producing equipments, this machine is preferred, this machine is utilized. This machine is also used in very good quality record players because of its characteristics. It has low noise, vibrations are less because of this, so it can be utilized in high quality record players. This machine is also utilized in timing devices. So timing devices is another application of this hysteresis motor. And this machine is also utilized in electric clocks. So application is also there in electrical clocks. And we can see that hysteresis motors are also used in trolley printers. So these are some application of this machine. You can also find some application in your notes as well as in other material sent to you. So this is all about its characteristics and applications. So thank you. Thanks a lot.